First off, I want to start with an important question. What sparked your entrepreneurial drive?
It was a very purple thing that sparked my entrepreneurial drive, and this was the birth of my first kid.
I have a favorite saying, an idiom phrase. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
True. But at the same time, Jack is no longer a boy. Now he's a man. We asked these 100 fellows last year and this year, what is one of the biggest challenges that this generation of impact-driven entrepreneurs has? And number one wasn't capital, wasn't scaling, it was mental health or well-being of entrepreneurs.
Wow.
Mothers have a profound impact on the world. I know, of course, we all know what mothers do, right? Or we think we know. But being a parent is a full-time job. To some extent, raising a company is a full-time job. So one of my lessons was, you can't really start a company or an NGO or a movement if you just dedicate half an hour.
What kind of role does technology play in solving social issues, according to you?
Guys, I'm going to be super honest. None. Zero. Technology plays zero role. It has no role. But if it's used properly, it has a huge role.
You mentioned societies, and previously we talked about being the leader and leading by example. Do societies really get impacted that much by standout examples like UiPath, like Telerik in Bulgaria, or they just really believe that these are some totally like bubble guys, very smart, and this is not part of the real life that happens?
I think societies in themselves are a very dangerous concept to talk about, because it feels like we talk about one thing. So yes, you can call it a society, but there's so many layers in it. It's so complex that when you talk about how we can go forward as a society, we also need to look at the people that are backwards, like they're in the back, if you like. So they can't really move forward because they're poor, or they're less educated, or they have a perceived or a real sense of no opportunities. So if we just focus on the UiPaths of the world, I think we're in a bit of a problem.
In the next episode of the Recursive podcast, Georgi meets the future trend spotter and co-founder of social innovation solutions, Ciprian Stanescu. And if you are just as passionate about innovation as we are, hit subscribe for the Recursive podcast on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. We're everywhere.